Hello and welcome to a basic introduction to using queries in Google Sheets. So queries are extremely powerful. I'm just going to show you the basics of how to use them in this video and how to use them to sort data and also rearrange data. So like all formulas in Google Sheets, you just start with equals and the name of the formula. So in this case, it's query. And queries are kind of have a different formatting than a lot of other formulas. So the query, you can go ahead and just start with inside the parentheses, selecting the data you want to use. It can be on the same sheet or another sheet. So I'm just using this little small data set, but you can obviously do it for much larger data sets. Then the second part of the query actually uses something called SQL language, which is used for large databases. But when you get started with it, you're just going to want to look at examples and then use it until it makes sense to you, or fake it till you make it kind of deal. Just keep looking at sample queries every time you need to use one until you kind of have it down and memorized. But inside the quotes, you're going to use select. You're going to write the word select. And now you want to name the columns you're going to select in the order. So I'm going to rearrange CASP and district benchmark score. I'm going to keep student ID on the left-hand side. So I'm going to do A, comma, C, comma, B. Now that means it's going to rearrange the columns. So I have to end the quotes. The whole query, SQL query language, needs to be inside of double quotes. Close the parentheses. And you can see now district benchmark is before the CASP ELA score. Let's say I want to sort this by district benchmark score. I can just start a sort after the select. I can do order by, and then the column I want to order by. So in this case, it's column C. So because it's always going to reference whatever it was in the original. So district benchmark was the C on the original. So I'm going to do order by C. And I want to, by default, it's going to be ascending. So it's going to start with the lowest score and go to the highest score. But for a lot of student data, you want to start with the high and then go down. So I'm going to put in DESC for descending. Press enter. Now you can see the data is sorted by district benchmark in a descending order. Let's say I only want to look at the students that scored a 4 on the CASP. I can add that. So right after select, you can put in the word where. And where it kind of says, okay, I'm expecting a set of criteria, and then I'll match that criteria. And so I'm going to say where B is greater than 3. Press enter. And you can see now I just have the people that got a 4. I can also do where B equals 4. I can also do, let's say I want the people that passed on the CASP. I can do where B is greater than 2, and I'll get the 3s and the 4s. So you can do quite a number of things with this. It's a really good way to parse data. And you can even do dynamic references. So you could give someone a drop down to select different criteria, and the query would repopulate. But that's definitely more advanced. But Google queries are amazingly powerful. You can do things with your data that you never thought possible. So that's a basic introduction. One of the common things you need to remember are you always need select. If you want to select all the data, you can take off the A, B, and C and put in an asterisk. That means it will select all the data in the range. The next thing you're typically going to put in is where, if you want some sort of criteria to filter the data down. In this case, I'm doing where B is greater than 2. And usually the last thing is order by. And then you put in which columns. And you can put multiple columns. You can order by C and then A, so it'll order by C, but if there's duplicates in C, then we'll use A as a secondary sort, and you can go on and on and on. There's lots of things you can do with this, but this is a basic example using the 3 most common criteria, which is select, where, and order by. That's it for this video tutorial. Thanks for watching.